Hi, everyone. This is Pastor Mark bringing you the message of hope today. We're continuing our discussion about the kingdom of heaven is like as we go into the 8th Beatitude found in Matthew chapter 5, 10 through 12. So the last few weeks we've been discussing the Beatitudes of Jesus Christ in his first sermon. This is the 8th Beatitude. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when men shall revile you and insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Now, this is the longest in the series. It's a summation or a culmination of the process of becoming a truly converted Christian disciple. This is our testimony that we've been talking about, that the devil fears so much that's stated in Revelation 12. The Beatitudes are our story. What was life before Christ? What happened when we encountered Jesus? And what are we doing with our lives today because of that encounter and because of our conversion? If you didn't have a life-altering event that caused this, you've been walking with him maybe all your life. The end result still remains, what's your testimony? It's our journey of striving towards being like our Savior in everything we do now and how we progress on that road throughout our lives. Remember that all the attitudes happen to us in a progressive manner on the journey to becoming a kingdom-dwelling child of God. We don't just get to pick one or discard another one because we don't like it. It's a culmination. The 8th Beatitude reminds us that persecution is a natural outcome of becoming a counterculture Christian disciple. How do you say? Well, people don't like having coals poured on their heads, basically, right? By overcoming evil deeds with good ones. That's because they are being reminded by those kind actions that they're doing the wrong ones. Anger is sometimes stoked, and naturally it'll progress into persecution. It just happens that way. Got to keep in mind that the reward is knowing that God is handing us the keys to the kingdom of heaven, the very keys. It's a practice here on this earth, so we're preparing ourselves for heaven above. In this life and in the next, we will definitely find other sojourners that are trudging the road to happy destiny. We're going to find others that are poor in spirit, mourners, the meek, other hungry and thirsty seekers. Our company will be among the merciful and the pure in heart, peacemakers that fill the gates of heaven. Jesus reminds us in the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 5, 38 through 42, the Golden Rule, by describing a journey of a disciple in action. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, but I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anybody forces you to go 1 mile with them, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks of you. Do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. In these times of the beginning of birth pains, we're encountering throughout the world division, separation, loneliness, fear, and a result of all that is selfishness. The challenge I give us all today is to ask God to increase our faith and our courage as we put on the armor of God, practice these principles in all of our affairs, and trudge the road to a happy destiny. This is Pastor Mark saying, may God bless you and keep you until then.